Okay. So, hi, Caro.
Hi, Piari, how are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
Fine.
Yeah. So before we start, as contracting, we're gonna be talking for 10 to 15 minutes about a potential issue.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna try to solve doing the intentional challenge. So like how you're gonna something you want to improve on, and of course this is gonna stay in the confidentiality between us three.
Mm-hmm.
So with this being said, what do you want to talk about?
About how can I manage my emotions? Be
Okay.
more patient. Be more patient, mainly.
Okay. So you want to, so your ideal self, you see, being more patient. Which, why you're, uh, why you want to improve?
Just identify a couple of actions that can help me to really manage my emotions.
No. Have you ever had a situation where you couldn't manage these emotions, or like?
Well, I think I have improved because compared with how I used to manage my emotions before, I really get really angry and sometimes I argue with people, but now I just try to, I don't know, to keep calm, explain then again what I mean, or perhaps sometimes just tell them, okay, I can talk now, I will leave, I will reflect about this, and then we can meet and discuss again about the same topic.
Okay, so you, correct me if I'm wrong. So you have been having some situations where you almost lose your patience, especially
Mm-hmm.
during the team meetings. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, and and you want to improve how?
I think it's not only about meetings. I think it's more a personal goal.
Okay,
It's
so
with
more
everyone.
generic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if you have to describe this future person, will be you, like how will be how patient, like how you see yourself, like describe like what it means patience to you.
Well, that's kind of well. I consider that I am patient, but I think that I need to be even more patient. I don't know, explaining some things that really make me feel uncomfortable is explaining again and again the same idea and also discuss with someone that don't want to change their idea or add my to the main one. I don't know, mainly this kind of close persons that don't want to listen to you. So they
Oh,
just have their opinion and that's it, and that's what will right for them, and that's it. So as my friends, I don't choose them, but sometimes you really need to learn how to deal with them.
okay. And talking about friends, how do you feel they are seeing you, like especially on this topic
Well,
about
my
patient?
friends already know me, so they know how I am and they love me for what I am. So
But like they consider you a patient person?
no,
Okay, so like,
I
so
said
you
that
have the
I'm really patient.
confirmation.
That when they can understand something quickly, when I need to explain it a lot or something, I really get out of my mind.
Okay, and you want to improve, again, like either personal level or um, professional level. Have you
More on a
considered
personal level,
more? Okay.
professional, I think, or how can you do to face these specific issues when you don't have any other choices? Just these people who you have to
Okay.
talk, how you're going to do that? Because with my friends, as I told you, I really choose really well my friends. You are my
Yeah.
friend, you know how I am. Do you like it? Perfect. You don't like it? Go.
Okay.
Something like that.
So
So,
let's focus more on the professional level.
uh-huh.
Let me ask you again the same question, but like on the professional. Since we have the chance to have meetings with different teams all year, or even at work, um, have you ever asked, or have you ever received feedback about that from a colleague that you work with, more than a friend, like someone from work or someone from a
Well,
team
it
project?
was in the at the beginning that I have a really hard thing to work with. that we have different cultures, we have different approaches for the same issue. Someone staying longer than others, and it was really really difficult to get agree. But I think I learned a lot of this experience because I don't get angry anymore. I just say, okay, well, if he will spend 1 hour reading one page, what else can I do? Let's meet after 1 hour, trying to look for possible solutions. But now, what something is happened to me repetitively is like I'm facing that there. Well, I'm meeting and also I'm having this challenge that I. And there are some people that they just think one way and they will not change it. They will not change. They will not. You can persuade them. They will not add your idea to theirs. So it's too difficult to manage. What do with them? It's like ignore them and not tell them. Okay, you don't want to do it. Bye. I don't know. I don't know how to manage it.
And focusing on the patient characteristic, what's the first thing that you think you can do to improve this? The first step.
Well, I mentioned to you that I have already done a lot of things. It's like I don't get angry anymore. I think about possible ways to solve it. If he needs time, I will leave him time. We can meet later. Just try to respect the other one, and also feel comfortable with what I'm doing.
Okay, but if you have to choose, so like how would you improve it even more, the patients? Like, would you focus on one of these factors that you just told me, or you will try to do another thing to even more be more patient even more?
That's something that I want to think because I think that what I have done so far it's good, it's enough, but also I think that I will feel motivated if the other one will also want to is paying attention to me, is giving me something to. Do you get what I mean? It's like if I like what I mentioned to you that there are some people that they don't want to change their mind and that's it. So if I see it, I will say, okay, I'm losing my time trying to explain you something, and then I don't have more patience with you because you don't want to listen to me. You don't want
Okay.
to share with me something.
So we're going from the patient's view, like on understanding the other person.
No, it's not understanding. You
Like
already
no,
understand.
make yourself be understood by this other person.
It's more like an attitude, like what you perceive about others. If
No.
they want to change, it's like how they other is what the others are willing to do in order that you have patience for them or something. Like kind of negotiation.
Okay. And let's put it on a time. Like, what would be the like? We talk about two different kind of goals in a way. Uh, the be more patient or be patient in a way that the other people would understand you more, or like make which let's focus just on one, and I will focus more on the patient one since we talk more about that one.
I think it's not that others understand me more. It's like what you can do to manage your patient with people that are not good listeners and also focus in their own objectives. It's
Okay.
how you can do to because it's related with the patients. You have to negotiate with them. You have to persuade and you have to motivate and you have to commit them. But if they don't want to do that, there is a limit that your patient is gone. So what else should you do to?
Okay, like all of this thing. Have you um, you said you need to negotiate and the other things uh, to improve the relationship with this person so you don't lose your patience. Have you
And then
this
also I
could,
can identify there is a change of attitude in them too.
could be this one thing that you can work on so you can improve your negotiation skills with this person and um, and so like not reach the level of losing your patience, so like how to negotiate more so you don't lose the patience. Could you see like this as your ideal self, like the first step to getting closer to the ideal self?
I think it's not more related to the indirect topics. It's more just patience. It's like how, what else should I do? Because I consider that I have done a lot so far. What I mentioned to you, I
No.
don't get angry. I reflect by my own. I just leave the place and
But do you
I
feel
don't
like you
go
can
with
still
someone.
practice
I
with
think that I
something?
still can improve.
Okay, and what, like, would you continue doing the same things or would you add something more?
I don't know what else to add because, as I told you, I
Okay,
think that
so
I'm doing a good
so
job,
you
but
want
still,
to,
I need something left that I'm not identifying really well, and I really need to add.
and have you ever asked someone else that maybe is uh, facing the same challenge that you've done?
No, I don't think so. I don't met anyone that have these issues.
And uh, you when we talk about practice, could you practice more and have what the things that you're doing so you can, do you feel you would improve even more if you keep practicing doing the things that you would do?
Okay, and also in the way, okay, could be, and also in the way I can identify some additional things that can help me.
And final thing, do you think there is someone that can help you um, reach this level of patience, someone that you can practice with, or someone that can give you suggestions, or
Mm, well, when I was working, I have a boss that was always giving me kind of a feedback, but I don't know now. Perhaps some friends. I will ask my friends if they
no?
have seen some changes.
Okay, perfect. I think our time is up.
Mm-hmm.
So did you, did that help?
It was a weird topic because soft topics are really weird. But well, mm, it was at the end. It was helpful because okay, I have to look for additional things to do in order to improve. But the issue is like I already consider that there is something left that I need to do, but I haven't identified what it is. So perhaps focusing more about this. How is the situation when you lose your patient? Okay, tell me how do you react? What do you do? What do you think you can improve doing this and that? How well based in all your real lessons, what can you do to add something new, something like that? That can be.
And
I'm
Alice?
not a, I'm not a
Uh,
feedback. Ali.
It was a difficult conversation. I think. I think Andrea was really trying to help you, Caro, but I don't know if you were aware of the like of what you really wanted to achieve from the conversation, like he asked you the correct questions. I guess he asked you about what patience means for you.
Mm,
So he wanted you to say like, okay, this is my real me versus my ideal me, right? He
mm,
asked you as well, like, have you received feedback so you can be aware of what people tells you, so you can know like what is your real
the gap.
patient or your real self. Um, in that question, Andrea, when you ask about the receiving feedback, I think like the follow up question should be like, have you experimented doing like different things? For example, no, like if someone tells her, you get really mad really easily, or your patient is like something very obvious, the follow up question will be like, have you tried to be not that obvious? For example, have you experimented with something else? Because that's like the third step of the theory, right? Let's say that. He asked you for a plan or agenda. So I don't know, like in that case, Caro, like I don't know if the question wasn't clear, but he was like asking for like your next steps.
Mhm.
At some point, I feel like you were not just like you. This is like actually part of the theory. It's like a person that really doesn't want to change, right? And for
Okay.
me was like, no, I have tried everything. I did this. I think I have improved. Blah blah blah. But it's like, okay, and then what do you really want to accomplish then? What success means for you, right?
Mhm.
And I think like the first thing that Andrea asked you about, like what patient means for you, that was like a critical question that was never answered.
Ah,
um yes, and at the end you were making it more about the others rather than yourself, and
mhm.
you're making your like being owner of your
Of your
situation.
own actions. Okay. Well,
You were
I
making it more
mentioned I
like
have to
it's difficult to work with people. They don't patient. They don't follow up. Blah blah blah. And so you were making it more about others rather than that
Avengers.
what you wanted to experience.
But it was related to an specific examples because at the beginning I mentioned that I want to identify two actions. This is my goal. Just that I
Hmm.
can add to the ones that I used to do, so I can
Hmm.
keep improving.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but that's true. I didn't answer about the patient. That's true.
And I think probably in that way, Andrea should be like more emphasized on getting like the real answer.
Okay.
But yeah, good.
You.